Hi guys, today after a while we are with the Mai, who is our guest from Philippines, yes, other side of the world, and I'm sure that we will have a really great discussion with her. She's a freelancer, and she will talk about the way from the freelance to entrepreneur. By the way, she is the content writer in the Femtech site in women wellness. And I would like to hear from her and my welcome. And please introduce yourself to our audience. And I'm sure they're very excited to hear about you. Yeah.
Yes, thanks, Nazrin. So I'm Mai Bantog-Cruz. I am a content strategist and copywriter from the Philippines. So I've been freelancing since 2008, on and off. But my job before that was a nurse in a hospital, in a public hospital. So when my freelance income exceeded already the income that I'm getting from my day job in nursing, I decided to go full time right around, I think, 2016. So yeah, so I've been writing ever since.
Thank you, for accepting my invitation, and it's great to have a discussion with you, and not like taking so much time. I would like to give you my first question. My, is it possible to make a career about career advancement with freelance work? And
Yes.
generally, with which way we can do it, and how fast does it happen?
Okay. I of course I'd say yes because I've been doing this for some time now, and I think that right now because of the pandemic, there are a lot of I'm not sure about the situation in Azerbaijan right now, but here in the Philippines we're still on quarantine. There's still a lot of cases, so it is like prime time for us to do freelancing because you don't have to leave home. You can stay safe at home, and then you're still earning money. So I think that the direction of freelancing is just going to go up right now, and so it's a viable career as long as you treat it like a business and not just some side job, like a side gig. And regarding about how fast things can work out for you, I've seen people who actually got a client in uh just by doing freelancing in like a week or so. But then it also depends on how you approach freelancing. If you are if you right now, there are a lot of mentors already in freelancing. So I think that if you get a mentor, if you get someone to guide you, then the success will come really fast for you. But if you were like me, in back in 2008, there are no freelancing gurus back then. So I had to work on my own and discover things on my own. So it's not that fast. And also, it's my mindset back then was just, I'm just doing this as a side job. My main job is nursing. So it's not that fast for me. But right now there are a lot of resources that you can utilize. So just search for freelancing online. You'll come up with a lot of freelancing platforms that allow you to do that. And so I think it's gonna be faster for you, but it all depends on how consistent you are also in trying to find jobs, in connecting with people.
Thank you. And actually, from the which how many years you are in this this sector? Let's take freelance sector. And generally, in what direction of entrepreneurship are freelance business opportunities created more?
I think Well, like I said, I started in 2008, but
Mm-hmm.
that was an on and off kind of thing. I became a full-time freelancer around 2016, so that was like 5 years ago. So that's when I really well, actually, I won't say that I treated it as a business already at that time. I was still kind of just trying to get as many projects as I can. So that was my mindset back then. But come 2018, I came across a mentor that helped me to look at freelancing as a business. Okay, and when I say looking at it as a business, it means that you make it more sustainable for you and easier. Because if you just get projects that are coming up to you, no matter what the rate is, you just really want to be fully booked all the time versus trying to establish systems to make life easier for you, then I think that's what differentiates just freelancing to uh to entrepreneurship or business. So making things easier with systems and making sure that you are also marketing and trying to increase your rates as you go along. So you are like leveling up every time. So I think that when it comes to freelance business opportunities, there are a lot of opportunities in the digital marketing space also. That is where I am. So digital marketing is an umbrella term for like content writing and website design, chatbots, Facebook ads. So all those things can be done remotely. So that's why I think that if you're going to choose a freelance opportunity, that is a great way to start, right? So in digital marketing, and then I think another industry that's booming right now, if you want to do remote work, is e-commerce because of the pandemic. So a lot of people are shifting to deliveries online. So they'll just order stuff online, then it gets delivered to their doorstep. So again, that's another great opportunity. And I know a lot of people who became successful just selling food to other people, just delivering it to them. And then also the femtech market, because well, half of the population in the world is female. So and there are a lot of investors streaming in. So there's still a big opportunity for the women's health and wellness sector to become bigger, because there are a lot of investors also. So I think that's another market opportunity for us, for freelancers.
Uh, and one thing I would like to ask that, do you think that you're easily reachable? I mean,
Mm-mm,
the freelance work is that is a work from other side of the
mm-mm,
world. They can approach you. So
mm-mm,
how the people, how the individuals can operate, can perform that the companies or the startups or startup founders
mm-mm.
or who are the would like to doing some project with this freelancer, how they can be perform, what is their like I mean how they can show them to their audience, or do you have any can you like say some of the tips tricks of this situation?
Like marketing, like
Yeah,
showing uh your your capabilities, your skills to
yeah,
these businesses. Yeah. Oh well, back in the day, back in the day, there are freelancing platforms. Actually, until now, there's Upwork, and here in the Philippines, there's Online Jobs PH. So you create a portfolio there, you create a profile, and then businesses that are looking for your skill set will try to find you. But then the problem with those freelancing platforms, and I've experienced them all, is that people like me, like here in the Philippines, they're lowballing people, like people from outside Western countries, because they think that you have a lower cost of living. So you don't really get the rate that you want. And then it's always a race to the bottom because it's a bidding war. So if you're offering this service for like $3 per hour, and another one is offering it by $1 per hour, it's not, the client will most likely go to the lower bidder and to the lowest bidder, and that is and that's really not sustainable if you are doing a business, because you can't work for $1 per hour all the time, right? So aside from freelancing platforms, I also the main marketing platform that I'm using right now is LinkedIn. So that's where we met, Nazreen. So I actually look for female because my market is women's health and wellness, Femtech. So I connect with a lot of female
Mhm.
CEOs, Femtech CEOs and founders there, and I try to network with them. I send them a message, and I don't usually pitch to them, but I just I just connect with them because I do a lot of posts on LinkedIn, so that when they're looking for the skills that I offer, for instance, email marketing, they'll see in my profile that
Mhm.
that this is the skill that I'm offering. It's email marketing, and I'm knowledgeable about it because I post a lot about it. I create value posting. So that is the way that I recommend if there's a new freelancer right now who's watching and would want to know how to start. I'd say that you first go to social media accounts like LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, wherever it is that your market is hanging out, and then try to connect with them and then post valuable stuff for them. Okay, instead of um trying to outbid someone in a freelancing platform. I think this is a more um, strategic way to do your marketing, and a way that won't really burn you out. You know.
Yeah, actually, you know that this market, freelance
Mm-mm,
market, is a big, and no, is increasing. And
mm-mm,
I would like to ask that do you take advantages of freelance opportunities related to your own field? I mean, the femtech
mm-mm.
side, femtech woman wellness and something. And in which fields generally is it more convenient to work as a freelancer? Actually, in the last years,
Mm-mm.
we are hearing that most of the works, according to the pandemic, the people are leaving their work
Mm-mm.
in company, their
Mm-mm.
permanent work, they are leaving, and they're starting to work freelance as a freelancer.
Mm-mm.
So, in my question, is more convenient to work as a freelancer also?
I guess so. I can only speak from experience. And like I
Mhm.
said, what I do on LinkedIn is I connect to female founders. And a lot of the times when I connect with them, they've already checked out my profile. And then they're gonna ask me like, can you write blogs for me, and or can you write emails for me? So at that point I know that there is a need for a freelancer, for someone. They're not really prioritizing people that are near to them all the time. And these people are usually from Europe. I've worked with someone in Switzerland. I am working with someone right now in the UK, and then I also have a couple of American clients. So these are, so they don't really care if you're from the other side of the world. What's important to them is that you get things done and you give them the results that they want. So I think that in the femtech space, because a lot are startups, and there are many startups that still don't have marketing teams. Their priority right now is trying to get funding. So just being, even if they're not yet ready to hire a marketer right now, you can just connect with them and be on top of mind. Like if ever you are ready to start with email marketing, perhaps, then I'm just here, something like that. There's I think I there's this femtech founder who connected with me last April. And then just last month, he asked me if I know someone doing social media. He said that, I know that you're doing emails, not really social media marketing, but maybe you know someone who's doing social media marketing right now. Can you refer him to me? And by the way, we are planning to launch our email campaigns in 6 months time. So like reserve a spot for us. So there's already, they already know that this is what you do because you connected with them and they already saw your profile that is where you have a lot of posts talking about the services that you offer. So even if it's not right now, it will come later on because you did the work beforehand.
Yeah, actually, yes. And in this way, some of the I say that some of them leaving their work to work as a freelancer, and some of them in this long term in this process, they're going to from freelancer to entrepreneur. And in this process, what aspects of entrepreneurship can we develop while working as a freelancer?
Well, I think it's more of the mindset really, because for
Mm-hmm.
in my personal journey, that was the big, the big turning point for me. It's when I decided that no, I won't just accept projects from different kinds of people, because I used to work with what do you call this, banks and cryptocurrencies and all those. And then I decided to just focus on this market, so on the women's wellness market. So I think it starts with that your commitment to really find your niche, find your industry that you want. And then when you have this mindset that you also don't have to be a perfectionist, because a lot of us cannot work if things are not yet perfect, if things are not ironed out. So I think that if you want to advance in your business, you have to just keep doing things even if you're not sure they're perfect. Okay, so that's another mindset thing that I realized. Just do things, and perfection, or at least clarity, comes when you're doing things. That's when you figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and how you can change the things that you're doing wrong so that it can become better, so that your marketing is better, you target the right clients and all that. So again, it's a mindset thing. Another mindset shift that I realized is treating people, or networking with other people, because freelancing is a lonely job. You're always alone and you're just typing on your computer and stuff like that. But when you build your network, like you connect with a lot of people, you realize that there are a lot more opportunities opening up for you also. And just like me, I am connecting with a lot of female founders. So a lot of opportunities opened up for me with that. But also, I also connected with people who are offering the same services as mine, and also serving the same market as me, because I realized that you don't have to look at them as competitors. You have to look at them as collaborators. For example, in my case, if I'm already fully booked for a month, I would give some of my work to people in my network, and that will, and so it's not really a competition among you. It's because you have the same skill set, that this person can do it also. And then at least you won't lose this client because you're still getting the work done. It's just that you outsource it to someone else. So I think that building a network is also very important when you're doing a business. And of course, patience, because things don't happen overnight. So you have to be patient with the results that you're getting.
As you said, it's not a short-term process, and who would like to being an entrepreneur, a startup founder, should be have a patient. So
Yes.
yeah, and as we know that you have enormous experience in content writer as a content sector,
Yes.
especially in femtech and women wellness. And what should the content writer focus on for successful content?
Well, I think it depends on the content that you want to produce, right? So every content is different. But one thing that you have to consider all the time is the goal of this piece of content. So for instance, if you're writing a blog post, it's the goal of the blog post is to get more people to sign up for your mailing list, for example. So what I do is I put a call to action at the end of the blog post that says sign up for my mailing list and get a free PDF of something something. So that piece of content already accomplished its goal because it's optimized for that goal. And for example, if the goal is to buy, so you will do some email marketing so that you can convert this non-buyer to a buyer. So I think that for content, you really just have to nail down the goal, and you'll know that your content is successful if it's able to achieve that goal at the end.
Actually, my other question is about again the content writing, and generally the most of the people interesting about the situation. All of the we cannot say that the majority of people can write, and in this process, what do you do to create inspiration or imagination to for having creative writing? And does it take a long time? And what is your generally motivational part? Which kind of things can motivate you during the write this creative content?
Okay. Actually, my background is I when I was younger, I used to write fiction. So that was when I really fell in love with writing fiction. And in fiction, everything is imaginary, but even if it's just in your imagination, you also have to bank on your life experiences to be able to write a logical, believable fictional piece. And so it's something that I also transferred to my content writing experience, because in content writing, you don't just rely on what's going on in your head, you also have to do a lot of research. And so I don't really just write when I'm motivated or something, because if you do that, then you'll probably not be able to meet all your deadlines. So I always have a schedule for writing, and I am able to write consistently, continuously, because of the research that I do. In copywriting, for example, they say that it's 80% research and just 20% of writing. Because once you've already researched your target market and you know their pain points, their dreams, their desires, you'll be able to speak to them better. So I spend most of my time in research actually than the actual writing. And I realized that when I've done my research really well, the writing just flows through, because you already know what to write to them because you've already done most of the work already.
Thank you, Mai. It was like more detailed answers to my questions, and great to know you. And I think that after this, I hope after this talk, after this event, we'll have a more collaboration with you and our audience with you. Generally, you have new audience in your sector, Azerbaijan audience. So actually we stepped it new, you're going to new step. Hope we will have a great projects in the future.
Yes, hopefully too.
Yeah, and I would like to wish you a great and super experience in this field, and
Yes.
being successful copywriter and general content writer, and some good wishes to your employment entrepreneur way. So thank you for your
Thank you.
for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Nazrin. I really enjoyed it, and it's a new thing for me also.
Thank you, Mai. Thank you. And dostlar, bizim bugünkü qonağımız Filippindən Mai idi. Ümid edirəm ki, sizin üçün də bir maraqlı bir tədbir oldu. Mai ilə əlaqə saxlamaq üçün istəsəniz bizdən əlaqəsini ala bilərsiniz. Filippindəndir və bu FemTech, Women Wellness sahəsində freelance olaraq çalışır və bu sektorda ümumiyyətlə onun freelancer olaraq necə sahibkara getdiyi yoldan danışdı bugün bizə və ümid edirəm ki, sizin üçün maraqlı bir mövzu oldu. Hər hansı bir sualınız olsa bizə ünvanlaya bilərsiniz. Onun özündən də sonra biz soruşub sizə geri dönüş eləyərik. Növbəti FemTalklarda görüşmək ümidi ilə, ümid edirik ki, bu pandemiya müəyyən qədər səngər və biz offline olaraq görüşərik. Sağ qalın, salamat qalın. Növbəti görüşlərə dək hələlik. See you, bye bye.
Thank you.